Hello everybody! In Dinosaurs 1, Ron Victory here, and the day that I'm recording this is the 5th of November 2021, 4 days before Jurassic World Evolution 2 comes out, and it just so happens that today is the day where CollectA has come out and revealed 3 figures for the 2022 lineup. Now, originally, I was going to do like a blind reaction where I just don't look at the images and use altogether my just pure straight opinion and my reaction towards the images. However, I am unable to do that since 2 certain YouTubers couldn't keep their mouths shut. So, I'm trying to make this video shorter than usual because it's just 3 figures, it's just me talking about them, and it's fireworks night. I hate fireworks night. I apologize if you start to hear any bangs going off in the background. It's fireworks. So first up, we have the 2021 Deluxe Pteranodon, which I believe is a remold of a CollectA Pteranodon from, I want to say 2019? 2020? So somewhere around there. I don't think it was this year. So, this is clearly just a remold of it, because the arms exactly the same, legs exactly the same. It appears that they changed the tail and just replaced the head. And I just want to say, I infinitely prefer the new Pteranodon. I just adore the colours on it. Just that the red with the black stripes and the orange crest that flares like fire. I love it. However, I do have a question, because apparently the mouth of this, well the beak in this case, is movable. So of course you can close and open the mouth. My question is, what's going to happen with the little bit of the beigey bit underneath the beak? Does that stretch? Because in real life, if this Pteranodon closed its mouth, the little flesh bit underneath its beak would extend along with it. It would stretch as its mouth closed. However, if that part is made out of plastic, there will be just a gaping hole, which will significantly subtract from the model. So either A, it's made out of a different material, and when you close the mouth, the flesh bag, I'll call it, will extend along with it, or it's just made out of plastic and it just looks bad when its mouth is closed. So, despite that and the good things I've said about it, I probably won't end up getting this thing. It's just not my thing. I've said I don't like these types of flying reptiles in the past. The only one I really like is the Papodimorphodon. Yes, controversial decision, because the Papodimorphodon, you can believe it either just sitting there on the ground or flying in the air. You can position it either way. However, with stuff like this, it's just stuck in one position, and it's a deluxe, so it's out of scale from everything else. So this thing personally isn't for me. However, if you're into Pteranodons and you like stuff like this, I would probably recommend it. Just keep in mind that if you close the beak, it might not look the best. Now we have the CollectA Swimming Spinosaurus. Once again, just like the Pteranodon, this is not my thing. Okay? This is leagues above the Safari Spinosaurus, I believe. The Safari Swimming Spinosaurus was one which everybody hated. And I do not like this thing. Just for the record, the paint and the sculpting is amazing on this thing. I adore the colours. I adore all the little details. I love the scoots. I love the scientifically accurate tail. However, all of this is squandered by the terrible pose it's been put in. It's swimming. What the fuck am I supposed to do with a swimming Spinosaurus? It's already bad enough when I have aquatic reptiles, which look fine on their own out of the water. However, this will just look out of place on my shelf. I am not a big fan of swimming dinosaurs. If this was in a neutral pose, I would most likely love it. But at this point, I think they might be purposely avoiding putting it on its actual legs, just so it won't be inaccurate in like 2 weeks, because Spinosaurus is one of the dinosaurs which is like constantly changing. However, if they just like increased the size of the head a little bit, and just changed the pose, I would love this. This probably would be my favourite Spinosaurus, if it just wasn't swimming. But yeah, I understand. Some people like this. Some people like swimming poses. Some people are fine with swimming poses. It's just personally not my thing. I like my dinosaurs being neutral, and even if poses are slightly extreme, to me they aren't to the point where they like ruin the figure. And in this situation, I'm sorry, just the pose just really brings down the figure for me. So yeah, sadly I won't be picking up CollectA Spinosaurus next year. Now next up we have the last CollectA model, and I just want to say already, I do not like it. We have the 2022 Perciferium. Is that how you pronounce it? Perciferium. Perciferium. I'll go with it. This thing looks like a rat. You know the meme, crisp rat. This is a physical incarnation of the name Crisp Rat. I hate this thing. It's everything I hate. Just colors which don't blend well with each other. Just bad looking detail. Just the thing that really throws me off is the colors. Because we have this like black, grey, beige base. And then they put ginger hair on top of it. What the fuck were they thinking? I hate this thing. Another thing I really hate is the displacement of the fur. It might be accurate, but in this situation I don't care. Because the hair on this thing looks dreadful. And I think I can see its penis. Is that its balls? Is that like the female's birthing tube? I don't care. I won't be buying this thing anyway. I do not like this thing at all. The only slightly redeeming detail to me is the scratches on the stomach. Apart from that, I despise everything about this figure. I hate this thing. It's just everything I could possibly hate about a figure right here. This is it. This is one of my least favorite figures. I hate it. Alright, just to be clear. It isn't because, oh, it's a prehistoric mammal. No. I sadly don't have many prehistoric mammals, because I've always prioritized dinosaurs because my shelves are mostly dinosaurs. If I wanted to get a prehistoric mammal, I would get it from Fauna. Fauna is the best at prehistoric mammals, and it's pretty much the only thing that they do. It just feels like CollectA tried to do what Fauna does, and failed miserably. I despise this thing. Just the more I look at it, the more I hate it. What the fuck is going on with the tail? Why is its leg positioned like that? What's going on with that little, like, tuft of fur underneath the stomach? What like little spikes, spiky hair coming off the ears. I hate this thing. It just looks like somebody just came across a fully furred up, a fully coated Perciferium and just like burnt it. It just it looks like it's recovering from being burnt. I hate this thing. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say I will not be buying the CollectA Perciferium. And that's actually quite disappointing because this animal looks so unique. I could see somebody making a really good figure out of this. It's just that CollectA's just looks bad. So, after ranting about Crisp Rat for over 5 minutes, I think it's about time for me to end this. So, thank you all so much for watching. Here has been in Dom601. We're into victory.